St. Paul's Cathedral in Namirembe is the largest Protestant church here in Kampala. Visible from much of the city, the cathedral is the most prominent place of worship for the Anglican Church in Uganda. Reverend Kakuza is here to tell us more. Reverend, welcome to Turning Point.
Thank you very much.
Now, this cathedral, as we say, is the oldest in the Anglican Church in Uganda.
Yes.
But tell us a bit about the history of the church here in Uganda.
Now, the history of the cathedral here is that the first church on this hill was built in 1891. It was made up of grass, but unfortunately it was blown by wind. And in 1894, it was destroyed. Mm-hmm. So the second church on this hill was built in 1895. It was made up of wooden poles and grass-thatched roof. It was destroyed by termites.
Oh, wow.
The third one was built and was made up of bricks with a grass-thatched roof. So in 1901, that one that was there started working, and it was destroyed by lightning. It was struck by lightning and it was burnt down in 1910.
And then brings us to this particular one.
This one, the one that is standing here today, was built in 1911.
And it's been fine since?
And it has been here since that time. In 1915, that is when the work of this church was about to be completed, and it was consecrated in 1919.
Okay.
So November this year, 2015, we shall be celebrating 100 years of the existence of this cathedral.
Fantastic. Now, you have over 2 million people in the Anglican Church in Uganda alone.
Yes.
And for them, this will be their central parish, as it were.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that the Anglican Church does in Uganda that affects the society?
Now, the Anglican Church in Uganda here is involved in educational services. We have schools, and we also engage ourselves in health services. We have hospitals and dispensaries around the country.
Okay. Now, for you personally, I mean, this cathedral is very beautiful and striking. As you drive to it, it takes you back. But what are some of your favorite places in the cathedral, and why?
The favorite places in the cathedral, as far as I'm concerned, we have the 3 chapels within the cathedral. The first chapel is Bishop Huntington Chapel, where we are standing right now. Okay. This one is special because this is where we normally have the church councils, and even the Archbishop of the province of the Church of Uganda is elected here. The elections take place in this chapel here.
But who was Bishop Huntington?
Bishop Huntington is the first bishop of this area. By that time, this cathedral served as the cathedral for Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and Zaire. So he was the first bishop to be in charge of all that area. Okay. Unfortunately, he was killed on his way to Uganda. He was killed in Busoga. He was coming from Mombasa, but because of the traditions here, in Buganda, someone who came from east was considered to be an enemy. So he was killed in Busoga.
Wow. So that's your first most favorite place. Your second most favorite
My
place?
second favorite place here is another chapel called Apollo Chivebulaya Chapel. Apollo
Now say that again slowly.
Apollo Chivebulaya.
Okay.
He was the first missionary, African missionary, to go outside the boundaries of Uganda to take the message of Christ or the gospel to other people.
So this is before the age of television, an African missionary going out to do missions.
Good.
Wow. Okay, so that's the second favorite place.
Yes.
Now your third.
My third favorite place is called Namirembe Chapel. Namirembe Chapel is the chapel that is dedicated to the first Mothers Union president, who happened to be the wife of the first African bishop here, and that chapel is dedicated for children's work.
And is that still being used for children's work now?
Yes.
Now, for you, what is the future of the Anglican Church here in Uganda?
Now the future of the Anglican Church here in Uganda is brighter than before, because now the church is involved in other programs like business. We have business which we are engaging in, like trade. We have different programs, projects that generate income apart from preaching the gospel. And we have other humanitarian services we render to the community.
Wow. So the church is engaging in business and in training and in working with young people.
Yes.
Now, finally, for you, what would you say is your most enjoyed part of your job? I mean, having the most important cathedral in the communion here must be quite a pressurizing thing. But you have no gray hairs, so you must enjoy it. What's your most enjoyed part?
My favorite program here is music and counseling. Music and counseling.
Music and counseling.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, my favorite piece of music is the Laudes, the Tedium Laudamus, and I love it in my native language, Yoruba.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the liturgy, music-wise?
Mine is the litany.
The litany.
Yes.
Reverend, thank you so much for joining us on Turning Point.
You're welcome.